going on? A new battle report with James. He's playing with his warriors against my Daemon Legions. It's frontline clash for deployment and capture the flags. My demons love that that objective. So it's lake, hill, walls, ruins, a building, and a forest. James deployed everything. Okay. Here he has the warriors, the giant with the tribal war spear, a forsaken one, the other forsaken one, two red ones, barbarians with the two mages. There's the unit of warhounds, the chosen knights, and the giant with the club. Okay, and for my side, I got the blowflies, the Myrmidons with Unhinging jaw, the Imps, Jugis, Courtesan, Vanadra. I raided the Vanguard with the Sirens, Myrmidons, Hounds, and the Chariot. So now we're going to see how it's done. Okay, so for turn 1 for Jaime, he moved everything. He moved the Forsaken and the red one. That one got 15 and a bit less. The warriors used the Banner of Relentless to move so I can escape. He moved the giant, so a bit far. I can't charge from the Courtesan to those units, not even the warhounds. Then he got card number 7, so at least I got a big card off. He stored some tokens, but since all his spells are for combat, I only wanted to dispel the armor save one, the Forsaken, and he got Glory of Gold on the warrior unit, but I'm not going to charge. So it really doesn't matter. I almost didn't dispel the armor save. He got a 15, but I managed to take it off, and that's going to be his turn. So turn 1 for Daemon Legions. I moved everything. I backed up. Okay, I made the space for the Courtesan to move there. Sirens, if he wants to charge, I can flee with the attribute. Then also with the Chariot, he can't escape because my Chariot can see him, the giant. If he wants to charge the giant, then I'm okay. He's a bit far. I have more counter charges. Then on magic, I got card number 1, so it's a bad card to do a lot of damage on first turn. He used the Binding Scroll on the 1d6. Okay, so it was 6 versus 4. I tried to do Hand of Heaven bounce spell, but he dispelled it. I then threw the Hereditary and he dispelled it. And then I threw with 3 dice the 2d6 from Divination. I did 5 wounds, lucky for me, and with the shooting I did nothing. Turn 2 for Warriors of the Dark Gods. He moved everything. That Forsaken moved a lot. Everything moved. The giant is on the hill, so he can go straight and then charge. The giant and the warriors start to move. Then in magic, he got card number 4. He stored 3 tokens. 9 versus 5. He tried to do the armor, +2 armor, and he failed. He got an 8. It was a 9. He then tried to reroll to wound. He got a lot, like 17, but I managed to dispel it because it was a hard one. Then he did a Glory of Hole on the warriors because he couldn't throw nothing of Whispers. Now let's see my turn. So turn 2 for Daemon Legions. Charge the Myrmidons and the Forsaken, and the Brazen Beasts onto the rich ones. I need a 9 with the Brazen, but they both made it. Okay. Then I failed to march with the Blowfly, so I could escape. So I'm there. Now he has to decide where he wants to charge. Okay. Then rest. I moved everything up out of line of sight with the Sirens of the Giant. I needed to take off the Forsaken. The Vanadra moved so I could be at 18 from the Brazen Beast. Just that. And starting to move. Then, yeah, with the Hellhounds there to zone a bit. Then I got card number 5. So it's 9 versus 5. I first threw the 1d3 wounds onto the Forsaken, and he had to let it go, so the Forsaken died. Then he dispelled the reroll to wounds on the Brazen Beast. Then I threw with 2 dice, know the enemy on the Brazen Beast, so I got off. Then I tried to do reroll to wound onto the Myrmidons, but I failed. I got double 1. Then I tried to do the 2d6 from Divination, and I failed. And then with one dice I tried to do the 80 on the giant, I failed, and with shooting I did 1 wound. The combat, the Forsaken got 8 attacks, but he rolled 4 ones, and I managed to do to him 2 wounds. Then yeah, my opponent is claiming that he has bad luck, but here I just did like 2 wounds. He did 4 to me. I didn't save nothing from the 5 wounds, 4 wounds, sorry. Then with the Brazen Beast, we were going at the same time. Okay, he rolled 12 attacks. He did 9 wounds, and I saved none, so it's good. Then I hit him, and I only did 11 wounds with flaming, so that was very bad because I think I should have got more, and that's going to be it. So now let's see what happens in the next turn. 3 for Warriors of the Dark Gods. He charged with the warriors on the flank of the Myrmidons. Okay, he just turned around with the red ones. He released the hounds. He then moved the red ones to the front. The giant is on the hill. Everything moved. Okay, in Magic he got card number 3. I remember it was 8 versus 5. He did the Whispers of the Veil on the Vanadra, but I let it go. He tried to do reroll to wound onto the red ones, and I left it. And then with 2 dice he did Glory of Gold onto the warriors. No, +1 armor save onto the warriors, and I let it go. In combat, he killed some Myrmidons, but my Myrmidons managed to do a wound to the Forsaken, so that's good. He then, with the Jugis, he did 5 wounds to me. Yeah, and I killed some, so that's bad. Then that's it. Now let's see what happens for Daemon Legions. So the Blowflies charge the flank on the Forsaken. The 2 big demons and the Myrmidons charge the red ones because he's going to annoy me. The Chariot charged the Warhounds, and that's it. On Magic, I got 7 versus 5. I did the Hand of Heaven, and I did 3 wounds to the giant. I then threw Know the Enemy to go on 2+ to the Forsaken, and I managed to get it off. Then I tried to do something else, but he dispelled it. Then shooting, I did 2 wounds to the giant. Then in combat, the Chariot killed the Warhounds. It was a shame that only one could have survived, and then he wouldn't have rally. He's there chaffed with the Sirens. With the Forsaken, he got again another 6, so he did 6 wounds to me. I got him a Toxic, and I managed to kill him. The other three wounds with the Toxic and everything, and I managed to overrun on a 6 to the flank of the red ones. Then he hit me with the red ones to the Myrmidons, but he rolled very badly. 12 impacts, but he did 10 wounds, and I saved only 3. And then I struck with everything, and I did very badly. As you see, I only did 6 wounds, and I managed to pass some tests, but it was really bad for me. I thought I could have killed more. And now the giant's going to charge, and that's going to be a problem because he has a lot of attacks. He has like 10. But we'll see what happens because I have some counter charges there. Okay, turn 4 for Warriors of the Dark Gods. He charged with the giant. Okay, the Chosen also charged the Sirens. He was very close, so I had just to put him chaff there. Very close, so I had to give him some. But I have some counter charges. Then he managed to pass the Masters with the giant. With the Warriors unit, he moved just to look at me. He then got a Magic card number 1, so he threw with 3 dice, reroll to wound. I had to let it go because I didn't want +2 armor save on the giant to maybe kill him with. So he didn't do the stomp. It's very crazy the battle because with one guy he did 6 impacts. Okay. and he did like 4 wounds. So it's very crazy, and I managed to kill 1. It's very stupid because I'm going on 2s and 2s and with toxic, and I'm not killing nothing. So it's very very stupid. The Chosen Knights charge to Sirens. If one Siren managed to stay, I wouldn't have popped. Okay, but I didn't do it. Then on the other combat, the giant struck. Okay, he killed 4 guys, but he was going with 10 attacks on 4+ and 2+, and with a word save, so it was a bit high, I think, but it's okay, even though my opponent's crying. Then with 3 guys, he struck to my unit. He had bad luck there because he killed 4 guys, I think. 4 guys, so I managed to pass that. Then I struck with everything. I managed to kill the giant, and with the Vanadra and the other guy, I managed to kill some of the wedge ones. And apart from that, I think that's okay. I am going to pivot and reform that unit, so he can only struck with 1 guy, and then the Courtesan is going to put on the flank. So then, when I kill the unit, I can reform with everything. And that's going to be it. Now let's see, turn for Daemon Legions. Okay, so I moved the Hounds to trap him because he was very, very close. So if he wants to charge, maybe I can do some lethal to him and have some counter charges there with the Chariot and all the characters. Okay, so he's going to be very close. Apart from that, the Imps move a bit, so I'm farther. Then it was 6, card number 6, so it's 9 versus 6. I threw Hand of Heaven. I did 0 wounds again. Then I threw the Spear, again nothing. Then I tried to do reroll to wound to the Myrmidons with 3 dice, and I didn't manage to get the 6, so stupid. Then I tried to do a bubble, reroll to hit, but he managed to dispel it. Then I killed the unit, but the red ones with just 1 guy, again he rolled another 6, and he killed 5 of my guys, I think. Yeah, he killed 5 of my guys with no armor saves, war saves for me, sorry. But Vanadra got very angry, and he, with the rest of the attacks, he just killed the unit. And I managed to, since the other picture there wasn't a photo, okay, I managed to pivot with everything since I was less than 1 inch. So if he wants to charge with the Chosen Knights, I can charge with everything there and maybe explode that unit. Okay, turn 5 for Warriors. He charged with the Chosen Knights to the Hounds. Everything moved back up. The Warriors marched, okay, to be very near. He got card number 8. He threw with 3 dice Whispers, and he failed again, so he got some dice back. Then he do reroll to wound. I had to let it go because he had a lot on the dice. Then I don't know what else, and I dispelled it. In combat, he killed 6 dogs. I tried to hit him back, but I got 0 wounds. I would have liked to get some lethal, but that's it. So now let's see Daemon Legions turn. There's going to be a lot of charges now into that combat. So I did the 4 charges. The one that was most important was the Myrmidon. I think he needed like an 8. Everything was very near, and I kept going with 6s. And the 4 charges went to the Chosen Knights. Important that the Myrmidon had to go because for the challenge, and the Imps just reformed and moved, so I think he's like an 8 or 9 to charge. Then in Magic, I got card number 8. I threw 2 dice, rerolled to wound on the Chariot, and he dispelled it. Then, since it was the card number 8, I threw with 4 dice, +2, +2, +2, okay, in a bubble, and I managed to get it off because it was a very high roll. And then with 5 dice, I threw reroll to hit on everything, and with 5 dice, I made it, but it was -1 to miscast. Then charged him with everything. He just popped the unit. Like only the Vanadra did like 12 wounds. With the chariot, with the courtesan, he did nothing, like some wounds to me, 4 wounds to the chariot, and that's it. Turn 6, we did both very quickly because there was nothing to do. The warriors tried to charge on 9, failed. The giant tried to charge the chariot on 7 and failed. He just moved the unit back, and with the mages, and I would have dispelled just the spectral blades. Then on my turn I charged the giant and kill him. I tried to kill the barbarians, but he was on steadfast, and just that, he did nothing to me. And it was a 13-7 for me, but he got the objective of the flags, so it was a 10-10 against Warriors of the Dark Gods. Hope you liked the video, guys, and remember to like and subscribe. See ya.